Enhancing IMS Connect security, digital certificate user ID propagation to IRM with AT-TLS. Application Transparent Transport Layer Security, AT-TLS, ensures secure communication over TCP/IP by transparently applying TLS, SSL encryption, without requiring modifications to applications. Security policies are centrally managed using the policy agent, PAGENT, which determines when and how encryption is enforced. Mutual authentication is supported, ensuring both the client and server validate each other's digital certificates before establishing a trusted connection. In this video, you'll learn how to use BMC AMI Energizer for IMS Connect to propagate a user ID associated with a digital certificate into an IMS Request Message, IRM, within an AT-TLS session. In this image, you can see the sample IMS system components involved in enabling the AT-TLS. When user ID propagation is enabled, IMS Connect bypasses RACF or SAF calls for transactions that have successfully passed AT-TLS message encryption and decryption authentication, reducing CPU usage and easing the security manager's workload. Once a message is marked as trusted, IMS Connect and OTMA, Open Transaction Manager Access, eliminate redundant authentication steps, enabling faster message routing. This optimization reduces processing time per request, improving throughput and overall system performance. In BMC AMI Energizer for IMS Connect, type options locate Transport Layer Security, TLS, AT-TLS section. 1. Propagate user ID associated with a digital certificate. Ensures messages received from an AT-TLS enabled port carry the user ID linked to the digital certificate. Messages sent to OTMA are marked as trusted for seamless processing. 2. Validate user ID in IRM, OTMA headers. Compares the user ID in the incoming IRM, OTMA headers against the user ID in the digital certificate. If they match, the message is trusted and processed securely. Propagate and validate functions are mutually exclusive, only one can be enabled at a time. 3. To further improve efficiency, enable the cache certificate associated user ID option in BMC AMI Energizer for IMS Connect. Reuses the certificate to user ID mapping for multiple transactions within the same AT-TLS session. Reduces frequent calls to RACF's DIGCERT general resource class, lowering processing overhead. Enhances performance for persistent socket connections, minimizing authentication lookups. 4. Select all ports if all ports are secured ports, else enter up to 5 secured port numbers. To enable user ID propagation in AT-TLS, ensure the following. Set handshake role to server with client auth. The client must provide a valid digital certificate associated with a RACF user ID in the DIGCERT general resource class. Key takeaways of enabling the user ID propagation and caching in AT-TLS are: improves system performance, reduces CPU and output overhead, streamlines authentication processes, enhances overall security and resource utilization. Thank you for watching this video. For more information, visit the BMC AMI Energizer for IMS Connect product documentation on docs.bmc.com.